Development of resources. This is another important topic of class 10 NCERT book, first chapter. This topic is again one of the important topics which is given in this first chapter. Resource development. Resources are vital for human survival as well as for the maintaining the quality of our life. Resources are very vital. Without this, life is not possible, and it is believed that resources are freely available, and because of this freely availability of the resources, there are some major problem arises which are first, the problem are depletion of the resources for satisfying the greed of the individual. This is the first major problem took place because of the availability of the resources which is freely available. Depletion of resources because of the greed of the people. This greed is never ending, and this greed leads to the depletion of the resources. Second major problem arises that accumulation of the resources by the few individuals. If the resource accumulation will take place, then some people will get, some people will lack. Those people who will be having resources, he will be rich, and the people who is not having, then he will be poor. Means the society will be divided into rich and poor, or we can say somebody is having, somebody is not having. So this is the next problem which has arisen due to the freely availability of the resources. The third major problem which has arisen are the indiscriminate exploitation of the resources. Indiscriminate exploitation of the resources has led to the global ecological crisis. These global ecological crises can be understood in the form of global warming, ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution, and land degradation. These are the major ecological problems which can arise due to indiscriminate exploitation of resources. People are using the resources, then it is called as the development of resources. But since resources are freely available, then resource is to be utilized very judiciously, as these resources are not equally distributed everywhere. So there is need and requirement of sustainable development. Sustainable development means, sustainable economic development means development should take place without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generation. Means the development should take place, means resources will be utilized by the present, as well as these resources will have to preserve for the future generation. Then only the concept of sustainable development will achieve. For this, the next one is Earth Summit took place. The first Earth Summit which has took place in the year 1992, June 1992, in the Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, this is the place in the Brazil, and Brazil is in South America continent. Place is Rio de Janeiro, or first Earth Summit in June 1992. This summit convened for addressing urgent problem. Why this Earth Summit took place? Because addressing the urgent problem of environmental protection as well as socio-economic development at the global level. To look these problems urgently. The assembled 100 leaders were assembled at Rio de Janeiro to discuss the matter related to the biological diversity, global climate change, and global forest principles were adopted, and achieving of the next thing, that is the Agenda 21. Agenda 21 is the declaration signed by the world leaders again in the year 1992 at the United Nations Conference of Environmental and Development, UNCED, United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, which took place at Rio de Janeiro again in Brazil. It aims at achieving the global sustainable development. It is an agenda to combat environmental damage, poverty, disease through global cooperation and common interests, mutual needs and shared responsibilities. Again, these all things are discussed by the heads of the different countries here in UNCED. One major objective of the Agenda 21 is that every local government should draw its own local Agenda 21. Agenda 21, if they will make, then it will be easy to solve the problem at the regional level, local level. Problem will be solved. Next is resource planning. Planning is the widely accepted strategy for the judicious use of resources. Planning is not an easy task for anything. It has the importance in the country like India, which has enormous diversity in the availability of the resources. There are regions which are very rich. In certain types of resources, but are deficient in some other resources. All over India, every state, they don't have all the resources present everywhere. Some resources are having, some resources are lacking. Examples are taken. The states of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh are rich in minerals and coal deposits. These states are known for the minerals and coal deposits. Arunachal Pradesh has abundance of water. Lots of water is available, but this region is lacking in the infrastructure. When we come to the Rajasthan, here Rajasthan is very well endowed for the solar and wind energy, but lacking in the water resources. When we talk about the Ladakh, the northernmost part of India, Ladakh, here this place is isolated place from the rest of the India because it lies just beyond the hilly regions. So it has a rich cultural heritage but deficient in water. Again, here there is lacking of water. There is shortage of water. Infrastructure and minerals. Shortage of water, infrastructure and minerals. Therefore, from these all examples, it is required, it is needed, there is call for balanced resource planning at the national level, state level, regional level and local level is required. So planning from the small level to the higher level, if it will be done, then it will be easy for development. Now resource planning in India. Resource planning in India, this is not a very easy task. It is a complex task because three important things involved related to planning, resource planning in India. First thing which will be required, that is identification of resources and invention of resources. This is the first thing which will be required for planning, resource planning in India. It is not an easy task. Why? Because it involves surveying of the region where resource is available, mapping those regions, and qualitative and quantitative estimates are measurement of the resources. That is why it is called the complex process. All these processes are not easy. Identification and inventory of the resources, because it involves surveying, mapping. It is very difficult to know the quality, quantity about the particular resources. Next point, again, why it is called as the complex process. As per the availability of the resources, such technology is required, skills is required, so technology, skill and related institution will set up, then only the resource development will take place very quickly. Again, this is not an easy task. Third point, why it is called as the complex process. Resource planning in India is not an easy task. The third, why it is not an easy task, it is complex, because the third, matching the resources development plans with the overall national development plans. Again, this is the thing which will be required to do, that the national plans matching with the local level plans, matching with the national level plans. Again, this is the difficult task. But if it will be done, then the resource development will take place very quickly and extraction will start, mining will start, and resources will be easily available to the people. Now we are going ahead from the resource planning in India. This resource planning, India has made concerted efforts for achieving the goal of the resource planning right from first 5-year plan. India have started planning from the first 5-year plan. First 5-year plan was started in the year 1951. The period was 1951 to 56. This is the time period of the first 5-year plan just after the independence. The availability of the resources is a necessary condition for the development of any region. Some regions are backward, but they are having large quantity of resources available. Some regions are highly developed, but these regions are having inferior quality of resources. So we can see that everywhere resources are not available. Some places resources rich quantity is available. Some places inferior quality of the resources is available, and for all these two there will be requirement of the planning. Without planning, these resources will be not easily achieved by the people. Now, when we go back to history, we can take the example from the colonial period, when the foreigners came and started settling here in India and started spreading their power in India. Because of them, the resource development as well as exploitation started, and they have given the technology for that particular resource. They have started setting up of the institution, skills, what skills is required for the development. They developed. These all things were given by the people who came in the colonial time, and like this resources were extracted, exploited in those days. Okay, so resource planning in India is again a very difficult task, but at the same time, without it, resources will not get easily available for human beings. Coming to the conservation of resources, again, resources are very limited on the earth and it is not available everywhere. Some resources are in large quantity, some resources are in small quantity. That is why there is requirement of conservation. We have to follow the principle of sustainable development. We have to utilize the resources in such a way that we will also utilize the resources, and at the same time we will also preserve, means we have to utilize the resources judiciously in such a way that it will preserve, and the people who will be coming in future, they will utilize the resources. In the term of Gandhiji told that there is enough for everybody's need. There is sufficient for everybody, but if there is any greedy people, then the resource will be very less. That is why this quotation is given by Gandhiji, that there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. He placed the greedy and the selfish individual and the exploitative nature of the modern technology. He placed technology and greedy people as a culprit. So what he wanted that he was against mass production and wanted to replace it with the production by the masses. This was his thinking, so that everybody will get the employment and they can they can survive their livelihood. Again, he placed the greedy and the selfish individual and exploitative nature of the modern technology as the root causes for the resource depletion at the global level. He was against the production, he was against the mass production and wanted it to replace it with the production by masses. This was the thinking of the Gandhiji. That is why resource conservation is required. Thank you.